Your Jeep to be trains here, back again with another train stream.
Where we talk about what, George?
Everything but mostly trains.
Very good, very good. Welcome back. Hope everybody had a wonderful Easter. Hope that the stay at home is going great for everybody. So, welcome to our stream. Hope to have a good one today.
Yeah. So,
You pull up a chair here, George.
alrighty. Well,
What you got running?
got the Norfolk and Western Heritage Unit leading
Very
this
good.
time.
All right.
Then we've got the Burke going. Well, might as well turn on the power, get it running.
Good stuff. Hey, Steven, how you doing? Good to see you here. Let's give I got to get my remote control going. Which one do I got up here, George?
26.
26.
Hello,
26.
Steven. Welcome to the stream.
Welcome to the stream. Hey, I was downloading everybody's videos today for the compilation, and we got a lot of them. We got some really good ones. But I would encourage everybody to go check out Stephen Kofrel's YouTube channel. He's got a really neat layout with a cool set of trains on there.
And he had the cab forward and wanted to say, yes, I'm happy.
So, yeah, check his out. And what I would encourage you to do, Steven, if you could do this, I was thinking about this last night, how we can share links and everything like that. What you can do is go to YouTube, get your YouTube channel, and post it down in the comments so people can just hyperlink and check out those cool videos that you submitted for the compilation. But that's some good stuff. So anyway, we got in the house, ours trains, SC Railroad Videography in the house, good stuff. We got Online G in the house. And we're gonna get a double toot here, shaving a haircut for 300 subscribers for ours trains. Good stuff. Shane's Trains in the house. Welcome, welcome. Hope you have a good live stream. There we go. Very good, George. So George, you're off to school today, weren't you?
No.
No, you had some school this morning?
No.
All right, so you weren't off of school and you didn't have school this morning. What kind of school did you have, dude?
I thought you said you had school this morning.
Very good. Brian Burns in the house. Let's hear it for Brian Burns. All right, rainy Monday for ours trains. It's kind of a nasty day here in Chicago too, George. What's the weather like?
Cold and windy.
Yeah. How about it? Cold, windy. It's about, that's good, George. About 39 degrees here in Chicago. Hey, Texas Trainmaster Sam's in the house. Welcome, Sam. Sam Moore. In the train book. Kids Show and Song Kids here at Great Lakes Channel Railroad YouTube channel. Do you watch you a lot? Do you know him?
Yeah, I know him.
There we go. George is big time. Me, I just drive George places.
Oh, that's the Keegan Vlogs kid.
All right, very cool.
Or the kid he's talking about. I don't know Ian, but I know the Great Lakes Central guy.
Cool. Well, welcome everybody here. Everybody having a good day? Anybody out there running trains? Matthew Garson, he's out there in Seattle, right? Or Washington
State.
Checking in with sunny and 70 degrees. Whew. Looking good. Vanderbilt Hudson checking in. George, let's get him up. He's saying same 6 gigantic trees fell in our office, house, and neighbors' homes. That's awful. Hate to hear that. Oof. We probably end up spending the day getting those all fixed up, huh? Yeah. Yes, sir. Sam's saying I drive you nuts, George. What do you think of that?
Not true.
So, George, you got the kind of the same set of trains out here that we're running today. There's some new people here. Why don't you give them a little bit of a lowdown, the cars that you got behind your SD70s?
Well, cars that we got behind our SD70s as well. I can do that as they roll by. But we have the Norfolk and Southern Dash 9, 9811 behind it. Then we have the Line L Norfolk and Southern Vision Cam Caboose that's got a camera on the inside. Atlas Cure for Cancer car. then some miscellaneous Weaver box cars. We have one from Raritan River, Vermont Railway, and then Appalachian and Northern. Then we have Weaver tank cars. Then we have the Midwest Division of the TCA's banquet cars. These 2 grain cars are from there. And then we have a Strand. This bathtub gondola is a NTH in the restaurant line now. But yeah.
Cool. Well, hey, LGL Rail Yard, you checking in saying that you want want me to answer your last question. I just scrolled all of these. I didn't see any questions that you asked. So why don't you give that and ask again? And actually, if we don't answer your question, no problem. We'll get to your questions. Just ask it again. It's a lot easier if you ask it again for us to scroll back the way that we've got the studio, or not studio, our train set up with the things here. So just give that and ask again. We'll get to that.
He says we have him hooked on the Menards. I can't get enough of the flat cars. But hey, if you have any extra flat cars and some Heinz ketchup bottles, you can make these cars.
Oh, those are rare cars, George, aren't they?
Yeah, but I mean, they're pretty cool.
Yeah. Hey, John, the 2618's in the house. Give him a... Thanks for being here. Thanks for coming in today. Yeah, childhood locomotives today. That's right, Shane. We're gonna break those out.
Does that mean
Great Lakes Limited Lionel set. Do a little unboxing for my very first train.
we can wait? Don't you have a bunch of those cars that go with that too?
I do.
Can we run the E60 on another track with some cars too?
Maybe. I don't know. Actually, I have no idea how those are gonna run. So it's they probably have been. Probably about 20 years since they've ran.
I ran the E60 not too long ago.
Oh yeah, it worked all right, huh?
It ran.
So SC Radio Railroad Videography got up to 200 subs. I'm glad to see that. Glad to see that. Thanks for coming in today. Vanderbilt Hudson, everybody's puffing their chests about their subs. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this like I always do. This is a really cool corner of YouTube and a real cool corner of the hobbies, and we should make sure that we try and support each other and support each other's channels. And what we can do is we can make sure we go on each other's channels, subscribe to those channels, watch everybody's stuff, because it's neat. We've got quite the group here of people talking. So what do you got, George?
TDF Lines is in the house. Tim, welcome.
All right,
welcome.
Tim, good stuff. SC Railroad Videography, we don't have any CSX equipment. We went to that yesterday. I was surprised.
I think you asked that yesterday.
Yeah, we've got a Chessie T1. We've got a lot of CNO stuff, but we don't have any CSX stuff. So let's see here. Texas Trainmaster 2248 has been working hard on getting the live stream together. I think he's finally got the equipment ready and everything all squared away and set to go so that he can do a live stream. And he's going to do that immediately following ours. So make sure you check that out. Yeah. So no Menards in Washington. Matthew's always kind of up in arms about that. Ben's train said his 204 Santa Fe's came in today. Hey, good show. That's good stuff. Good stuff.
What are those?
What's that?
The
I believe they're newer Alcos.
Oh.
Ben, am I right? Those are some new Alcos. Hey, I'm trying some new stuff out here. So shoot me a picture on trainbuds@gmail.com. Shoot me a picture. Maybe I can try and put that up on the stream. Again, I don't know if I can or not, but we're trying out some new things. I tried out something yesterday. We might be trying to give Grandpa a FaceTime call today, huh?
Yeah.
And we check out Grandpa's layout out there in Bartlett.
And let's just say he's got some surprises for you guys. Let's just we're excited.
Yeah.
It was good seeing the layout yesterday.
It was. We did a little FaceTime chat with Grandpa and got a chance to see some of the layout out there. That was really good.
Oh, cool, Ben. He said they're from 1957. There'll be a video on it later. We'll have to check that out.
Oh, okay, yeah, Great Lakes Central Railroad. He's the I remember seeing his stuff. He changed his channel name, and that's why I was kind of confused. Let's see here. Brian Burns running 4 trains at one time. Brian, what kind of trains you were you running? Let us know. Let us know.
Let's see. I have some schoolwork. Oh, that's stinky. I have schoolwork tomorrow, but yeah.
Let's see here. Yeah, that's probably a good question.
Hey, if you guys, just heads up, if you guys like, if we didn't read one of your comments, please like just type it again so we don't have to scroll up. It's a lot easier for us. Yeah.
LJL, I still didn't see your question. Just type it in again if you could, please. Let's see here. Could you guys run your CNO T1 210-4 and double head it with that CNO Burke? That's going to be a tough one because the T1 that we've got is conventional. And the
it's
Burke,
scale, but it's conventional.
Right. So we can run one or the other, and tomorrow we'll run that chassis. Or actually, tomorrow we're not streaming. George has got school, so we're going to take a day off.
Wednesday we'll be back.
So we can do that, huh?
Yes. You guys needed to do a rail fanning live stream. Well,
yeah,
maybe
I agree
when
with that.
COVID-19.
But we can get out there and to Yorkville, maybe catch an Amtrak coming through or something like that. What do you think of that, George?
Brian Burns says PRS S2, PRK4, PRM1, and New York Central J1E. Oh wow, we got a J1E right there. Who made your J1E Hudson? I love those. They're real nice.
So SC wants to do a rail freighting live stream. Well, we'll work on that. I think that's something I've been wanting to do. Maybe we'll show you guys the train that runs through town and see if we can catch the trains coming through Yorkville.
Brian Burns says his Hudson is K-line, so then you might recognize this one. Let me just grab it real quick.
Cater Eggs 66 in the house. Good to have you here.
Oof, sorry.
All right. Ours wants us to sit a 24-hour live stream in one spot. I like that. George and I can just camp out.
We'll be the next virtual rail fan.
Yeah. So, good stuff. Everybody subscribing around. Texas Trainmaster just subscribed to Ben's Trains. It's good to hear. Ben's Trains, you won't be dissatisfied. I love his YouTube channel. He's got so much good post-war stuff, and his passion for the hobby is good to see.
This is the scale 43. Well, you might recognize this then. This is the scale 5343.
Grandpa's giving us a suggestion to wait till it's warmer outside.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed. We'll take that.
And getting back to LJL, LJL Rail Yard, yeah, I got your email, got your address on that. We'll try and get that SP caboose shipped out to you. Might be take a little bit longer than usual, just because we're not making it to the post office all the time. We're trying to stay in, but I will make sure that we get that out to you. All right. So Brian's saying that his is the scale 50, same train. Cool, very cool. Well, thanks for coming. Thanks for checking by our SE Railroad videography. We love to show off our trains. All right. Let's see, ours train says, I tell you I recommend ballasting, but now I'm not so sure because my layout doesn't work after I ballasted it. You know, I have never ballasted any of my layouts, just for that simple fact. Ballasting always seems to, I mean, it looks a lot better, but I've never been like a high rail guy. What do you think, George?
Yeah, I would like to try it out sometime.
Yeah?
But I think it would be hard to do it on the carpet just because it would get everywhere.
Yeah, it would be hard.
It would make the carpet like.
Oh yeah, it would be hard here. But Angel wants to come over and help us out with that. In fact, I saw Angel check in. Angel? Lucifer Angel?
Oh.
We'll get you. Tim is checking in. Tim knows our collection better than I do, I think.
I know,
George.
yeah. Yeah, that is funny.
Right. So, hey, I just was wondering, we got
You probably know Grandpa's as well.
Yeah, right. Just checking in with everybody here. Who here would like to take a little field trip and maybe try and reach out to
Grandpa.
George Worderick, Big George Worderick, and see if we can FaceTime him and pull up his train layout on the stream here. That's going to be in some uncharted waters for me. But I definitely think that it's doable. We can do that today. Anybody here, check in. Give me a thumbs up if you want to see Grandpa George's layout. Shane's Train's asking at George if we have any of the safety train cars that went with the Chessie Seam special.
No, we just have the engine. The engine's pretty cool though.
Tim says he knows everybody else's collection better than his own. And that's the way it always happens. SC Railroad Videography is asking if we have an SP Daylight.
Yeah, we do.
Actually, we do have an SP Daylight.
It's not scale though. Well, yeah, not scale. It's in my room.
Yeah, it's a
I got it for
beautiful engine. What is it?
It's a MPC 4449. It's real nice. I like
That
it a lot.
4449 is one of my favorite engines. I just love the story behind the 4449.
I don't know the story.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to have to watch some YouTube videos of that. It's a Survivor. It's
There's only one left, right?
Well, yeah, and not only that, George, but it sat out in display in a couple of different areas.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
You know, it was used for the Freedom Train,
Yeah.
and then kind of mothballed, and yeah.
I know this. Yeah, I think I've heard the story.
Yeah, it's a real Survivor, and it's one of my.
Train, and then they painted up black for BNSF and something like that.
But yeah, it's one of my favorite ones. I love that one, and then another one that I like a lot of steam engines, but 1630 is cool. The 630 is cool. The 4501. Let's see here.
What's the most odd loco we have? E60.
The E60.
No.
We've got camelbacks. This
Oh yeah,
camelbacks
they
are
have a
kind of
couple
odd.
Camelback. Yeah.
Don't you have I know you don't have it here. You've got a little car that runs on the track. The
That's like
old
Grandpa's house.
post-war inspection car. That one's kind of
Weird.
yeah. New England Rail Fan says that 4449 is the most coolest steam. How's life, Wally and George? It's going good, New England Rail Fan Production. Let's get you a horn. Yeah. Staying at home, running trains with friends. It's always a good time to do this. Oof. Man, the comments are coming in hot and heavy here real quick. George, why don't you run up and get that 4449? That's a fun engine. We can share that with people.
Sure.
Oh, can I get one?
Ooh, look at that. Anita came in and said she made some churros. So she's coming down, sharing the churros with
Daylight's
everybody.
gonna have to wait.
So we'll get to that daylight. Ooh, look at this. Anita, you can come on over. This is
Say
my
hi.
my lovely daughter, Anita.
What's your favorite train?
There's a lot to choose from.
Ow.
Which one's your favorite?
Big one. On the layout.
Churros.
She likes the Santa Fe after.
Okay. Today's testing.
These are wonderful. Need to be cooked a little bit longer.
Okay.
They're delicioso.
All right, churros for us. Cheers. Cheers and churros. D. Klinger. We're here. I'll give you a whistle. We don't have any BNSF here. We've got a lot of Santa Fe. We have some Burlington, but we don't have much we don't have any BNSF stuff. So we've got a rather large collection. We've got some stuff here, and then we've got some stuff at my father's house, which is in Bartlett. And when we started doing these streams, we've had to stay at home, so we haven't been able to merge our collections or get some collections where we run that stuff or stuff here. So let's see here. Gotta get back here, guys. Sorry, I'm behind on the. We got a thumbs up from Brian Burns. Good. We need to get a 1361. I would like to get a 1361. That would be a cool one to get. All right.
Actually, the cat forward's pretty
George,
strange.
question for you: steam, diesel, or electric?
Steam.
George says steam on all that. Although I thought I asked him yesterday and he said diesel. So it depends on which day.
It's just like asking me my favorite railroad.
Right.
Here's my 4449. Pretty cool.
Why don't you leave that down here? We'll run that. Probably not today, but later.
I'll put it
So,
next
hey,
to Rock Island.
George.
What?
Shane's Train's checking in, and he says, by the way, you guys know the CNO didn't have any Berks?
They had Kanawas.
They're called Kanawas, and they were very similar, but slight differences from a Burke. Oh,
And
yeah.
actually, no, this is not true. They did have Burke because of the Pure Marquette. Something happened with the Pure Marquette. Tim told us this, but they got some Burks from the Pure Marquette.
So the C&O, actually, the same company that owned the C&O owned the Pierre Marquette.
So yeah, then they had.
And the Pierre Marquette had Berkshires, and then when the when the Pierre Marquette got incorporated into the C&O, they got the Berkshires.
So technically, they did have Berkshire.
So
So that is a Berkshire. That is Berkshire number 12.
We go round and round about that. George would always get on my case when I call it a Berkshire until Tim corrected him. So, all right. So, Texas, Sam says Southern Pacific 4449 was in a movie called Tough Guys in the 1980s.
Yeah, I seen the video.
Have you?
From that. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Not
cool.
the movie, but the clips. It's pretty cool. It runs. So basically, there's these like criminal dudes, and they're trying to get to Mexico, so they run the daylight through the border. Like if the track stopped right at the border, and they highball it to the border, and they get to Mexico in the daylight. Yeah.
So, LGL Rail Yard is asking Texas Train when his live stream is, and I would say, Sam, if you want, go ahead and in the comments below, post the link to your live stream so that people can find it right after here. All right?
Brian's asking if we have any legacy steam, the Burks legacy.
Yep. All right, Paul, Jack Eubank, I'm probably messing that up, is here, but Paul will give you a salute anyhow. It's a bell salute.
Nice bell.
Yeah, bell salute.
LJL Rail Yard says, what if the Pennsylvania Railroad took every railroad over? Well, they'd have to still be around in order to take every railroad over. What is our curve size? Well, the inside, our minimum curve is 072, and then the largest currently is 080, but we plan to have 096 on the outside. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Online G is saying that he's going to make a Spirit of 76 running soon, and he's going to make sure to put the GFW hashtag on it. That's really cool. Jerry Satterelli. I'm always messing it up, Jerry. Jerry Satterelli in the house. Good to see you here, Jerry. Hope things are going well for you today. Give Jerry a whistle.
Again, both of those would still have to be around. I know Conrail's still a thing, but it's not as dominant as it used to be, so.
They're asking me, steam, diesel, or electric. You know what? I have to tell you that my first love is the GG1. And out of all of those, I'm going to have to say, as crazy as this sounds, I'm going electric.
Question. Would you like sugar and cinnamon with your churros, or whipped cream as well?
I would like whipped cream and
Like plain or just like with whipped cream?
No, I like the cinnamon and sugar, like the one that you just gave me. That one was really good.
Yeah. I'm saying, do you want the churros like that with whipped cream?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay.
Not a lot, a little bit of.
T Scottish guy says, is the daylight still around and the big boy? Yes, there's actually 8 surviving big boys and 1 daylight, but then there's also another northern, the Black Widow daylight, which is at the St. Louis Museum of Transportation.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that, George.
Yeah, we've seen it before.
I know, but I didn't know that those were the only 2.
I think so, yeah.
Yep.
Not 100%. Don't quote me on it, but I'm sure somebody will correct me. Hello, Christopher, or Chris, or Steam Bricks.
Steam Bricks in the house. Good to see you. Our favorite Lego creator. He is amazing with his Lego mind. See, Online G is talking about the Spirit of 76 video. Very good. T's Cottage guy in the house. All right. Greetings from the UK.
Brian says,
Get him up.
Brian says the PRR lives forever in his basement.
All right. That's good. That's good.
Oh, wow, 8 big boys. That's great. Big boy must be expensive. Yes.
All right, so Texas Train Master talking about his live stream, 5:30. Tune in on that one. Cleveland Rail fans asking, yep, that's why CSX runs over the Amtrak, Pierre Marquette, and the 4449 in the sand. In the sand was a prop they made. Oh, okay.
Shane's Train says, Georgia, there are a few non-operational Kanawas. Yes, that is correct. There's one at the Illinois Railway Museum, but it's probably never gonna be
running again.
Running again. It's
It
a
did run,
form.
though.
It's a shell of what it used to be. It did?
What's that?
Oh, yeah.
Of course it rained outside, George. Texas Trainmaster says the Rock Island Railroad had the most northern out of all the roads in America, approximately 65. Here, George, we're behind on this.
Ours Train says, GFW, hard question. Would you save an NW Class J or J Class or Daylight if you had to choose? Cat forward.
Here we go. LGL wants us to run a Pennsylvania locomotive. We'll run one of those tomorrow or on a later stream. We've got the one
out.
What's that?
That one out. It's small, but.
Which one?
A4.
All right. Yeah. Okay. We'll run one for you. We got a little A4 switcher we can run. We
don't really have any big.
Yep.
Yes, Kanawha is such a great locomotive. Yes, there's actually one on static display near where Chris lives.
Jerry, are you sure you don't want any whipped cream? Whipped creams always makes treats better.
Angel Garcia says, George, if you had the option to restore one engine, what would it be? Cab forward. Duh.
George he loves that cab forward. LJL, yeah, that is a homemade recipe that we've got on here, or that we've got for those churros. Little Anita's making those, and they should be good.
Steve Brooks asks, what locomotives do we have running? Well, we have the Norfolk and Western Fantasy Heritage Unit over there. It's going to come around pretty soon. It's leading this time. Then we have the Kanawha, but we might switch that up. Or, the Berkshire. But we might switch that out with the A4 for...
Grandpa's got a good point here, there, George. Why not run both?
Both what?
Both trains.
It's going to be hard.
Ooh, Ara's asking a tough one here, George. What would you rather have, a Daylight or a J?
I answered that one.
Oh, I missed that. What was it?
Cab forward. Probably a Daylight. But he said save. That's a hard one. Daylight.
So Shane's saying that the Kanawhas, there's one at Chief Logan State Park in West Virginia, and the other one at the Casino Railroad Museum in Huntington, West Virginia. I'd always wanted to go to the Casino Railroad Museum in Huntington. In fact, the one there used to be relatively recently a tourist train, if I'm not mistaken.
The bird? Wait.
The Kanawha.
Yeah, that's correct. Do you like Mexican steam locomotives?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Although I'm not sure what they are. But interesting note. Remember when we went to Walt Disney World, George, and we got the behind the scene? Where did those trains come from? Do you remember?
Mexico.
They were from South America.
Yeah. But they were from a mining company, right?
Yeah.
And actually, it's funny too. They look nothing like they did, or they looked nothing like they do now.
No.
Walt Disney made them look old.
Definitely work engines when they got them.
But they didn't even they made Walt Disney World made them look like American. What?
Look at Shane's trains. He says one day you're going to be driving around backwards in the neighborhood.
Look at my cab forward.
Sorry to cut you off, dude.
No, I'm gonna take the chest or the body of my car and just turn it around.
I like that.
But yeah, they made them look more like Americans than they did when they were working.
Very good. LJL's saying that he's interested in the British trains because his ancestry is from Great Britain. So that's pretty cool. They have some pretty rich railroad history over there.
Brian Burns says, "Do you like the Union Pacific? Yes or no?" This is a serious question.
Yes.
There is a right answer. Yes, I do.
I like the Union Pacific. I can't think of any Class A railroads that I don't like.
Canadian Pacific.
Why?
Because they tried to buy out, or they tried to merge with Norfolk and Southern, or something happened where they tried to
All right.
Yeah. So I don't like them, but I like the trains.
Brian, did we answer the right way? I think it is. And Grandpa's piping up saying that they're a good railroad because they are doing their best to save the steam.
Yeah. Just not the Challengers.
Yeah, and the CSX doesn't treat Amtrak well, and BNSF does.
That is true.
All right, you know what I'm going to try and do? Grandpa, I'm going to try and give you a call. George, why don't you keep the stream going here? And
we're gonna be live from Grandpa's basement.
Well, here's what's going to happen, George. I'm going to have to get on this computer here a little bit, but the stream will keep going with the camera.
Alrighty.
And you're all right. Just
I know.
stay over there.
Okay, I was
But
just
the
gonna
stream.
stand
Oh
right
yeah,
here.
that's cool. Let me.
And I'm gonna. Can I look over here? Y6B or cab forward? Cab forward. Even though I do like the Y6Bs, they're real nice engines. They're definitely underrated. Well, actually, Norfolk and Western had a lot of underrated locomotives just because they. I don't know. They had a lot of underrated articulated locomotives. From Omaha to Carson City, the Union Pacific can make Amtrak's 3 days late. Yeah, my grandma and grandpa can vouch for that. Joni N-Scale, a little N-Scale collection. I'm a Norfolk and Western fan. 2156 and 1218 all the way.
All right.
Yes, that is true.
Look at
We have a
this.
1218. It's not running right now.
We might be able to do this, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on a second.
The Z class, the A class, and the Y class. Yes, it is true. In fact, I didn't even know what the Z class was till I was searching through pictures of 1218, and I saw a picture of a Z class locomotive.
There we go. There's Grandma, Grandpa. Hey, Grandma, how you doing?
Oh,
Hold
he was
on, let
trying
me-
to say the Y6B was better than the Cab 4. Oh, hello, Grandma. Hi.
We are going to look at some stuff on Grandpa's day out.
Cool.
Oh,
Hi, George.
Hola.
Hola, Sonny.
Oh, there we go.
Let me see here if I can.
Hi guys.
Hey, Grandpa, how you doing? Good to see you on the stream. Good to see you on the stream. Down, it looks like you're down in the basement. Ready to share some trains with us?
Sure.
All right,
Grandma,
George.
Tim says hi, and Tim Fraun also says hi to Grandpa as well.
George, why don't we shut down the trains here real quick so that everybody can hear the. Very cool. Very
Do we have
cool.
it right?
Can
Do we have
every?
it right side up?
Yep. And I'm asking everybody on the stream if they can hear everybody on the. I know it's not going to be super clear, but can everybody hear? There we go.
That is a nice. Oh, that's a nice big boy. Oh. Alrighty. Well.
That's your old buddy there, George.
Oh yes.
What number is that one? Is that 4024?
Yeah.
That is 4024.
Cool. And is that?
There's it right here like this.
Yeah, it's the JLC big boy for New England Rail fan, if you were wondering.
Every time we do that.
Then as you can see, he's got the Acela in the back, and then he's got the El Capitan in the middle. Which, the El Capitan is a...
Pause there for some reason.
Angel says, wow, this is what I've been waiting for.
Cool. Well, we did a dry run of it yesterday, and hopefully we'll get an opportunity to get an overview today, and this will end up working out okay.
We got a pause thing here for some stupid reason.
Your
camera's going.
Your camera's going all right, Dad. So you're good.
So right there. All right. Well, we're gonna fire up the big boy first. Then we got another one that's kind of hiding there in the back that we're gonna give you a little treat to show you.
Alrighty.
Shane, that's only the tip of the iceberg on the stuff that's in that room. Shane, if he pans to the right, as soon as he gets these trains going, over on the right-hand side of the train layout is a display cabinet with some amazing trains. As you can see here, you've got the big boy first, El Capitan second, and you've got the Acela third, and then you've got a little village behind there that's all Department 56.
Do I dare say that if we look at the courthouse there's a fella coming out of the courthouse. Can you see him with a wreath in his hand? It's Christmas. That fella is Wally.
All right. So, Mom, why don't you pan just real quick as a little teaser? Pan over to your right, just real slowly, and get a little glimpse of the trains that are on the wall there. Check that out.
That's just like, you know, a little snippet too. That's not the grand showcase.
That's the tip of the iceberg, right?
He's got
all right.
the Canadian Pacific F units, the rare ones.
Yep. Those are the rare Canadian Pacific variation F units that we were talking about. You can see the Canadian Pacific super speedliners, or the speedliners. You've got the congressional speedliners underneath that, and then you've got the above that, you've got the presidential speedliners. You've got most of the 64 box cars there, and a couple of Bud cars. Underneath the icons on the phone, you got a couple of Hudsons down in the corner there, a couple of GG1s. So that's just a smattering of the tip of the iceberg on the collection. Mom, why don't you pan back to the train layout?
Grandpa, I'm sure you'll appreciate this. People are recognizing your layout from Lionel Nation 5.
Yep.
Good. Well, here we go. We're gonna start the big boy up here.
Alrighty.
George, was there a 4024 in real life? There was, right?
Yeah.
Is that one still preserved? No.
I don't know.
No, it isn't.
I think, yeah.
Stay right there.
Uh-oh. Oh, that's a long train. That's one thing I like about Grandpa's Labs. You can run super long trains. And get away with it. Remember one time we were able to run the cab forward with the super long train at his house.
Right.
Yep.
You can see in the background on the layout there too, we've got the lift bridge, the same lift bridge that we've got. And if you look over in the center top, you can see Godzilla ravaging the layout there. It's in the middle of the screen right now. So right down in front of us is kind of, you've seen this on our layout. We want to try and recreate something the same or similar on our layout with the station, like Grandpa George has there.
Ours Train says, I love the Lionel store on the very right corner of the layout. Yeah, that's a real nice piece. And in fact, the trains run on the inside too, so.
Now, both these trains coming around are both running on the same track. The big boy is following the El Capitan. I don't have them running on the whole loop here.
Austin and Block Productions in the house. Hey, Austin and Block, good to see you. Sorry we can't blow a whistle, but we're on a field trip right now. The Grandpa's train layout here.
Stay real slow. Stay right there.
Mm-hmm. Grandpa Shane's Trains asking, how in the world do you keep all that track clean? Dust and cobwebs have attacked his layout.
Don't do anything. Just let the trains run and clean it. Here comes the El Cap right behind the big boy.
Man, this really makes me hate Korea.
So Sam, asking about Tom McComas. Actually, we're good friends with the McComas family. They're not good, we're friends with the McComas family. We've known them for a long, long time. We had I've known Tom from the Train Collectors Association. He's been part of that and making books and putting them out. He's part of our division. George got to meet Jeff once.
I didn't know they were part of our division.
Yep. Ben, you're coming back right at the right time. Hey, Grandma?
Yes.
Can you pan over there one more time and show the shelves on the wall for Ben's trains he loves post-war, and I gotta show him a glimpse of at least the stuff that's on the wall there.
Brian Burns, that is correct. It is a GLC boy. Austin Block says, does Sella run? Yes, it does run. In fact, that's one of my favorite pieces in his collection.
All right, that's great, Mom. Good job.
James says the structures get worst of it. I'm sure Charlotte has built a web in my roundhouse.
Over in a forest has got to be those giant spiders we all saw in the Harry Potter movies.
Yeah.
Lots of webs over in the forest.
There we go. 3 trains at once.
So if you take a look at that, I think there are 3 trains rolling on the same loop of track. They're all at the same time. And there goes the Acela. Very nice. Very nice. So, Mom, can you roll over there to the other side of the layout and got to show everybody the mountain side of the layout.
Oh goodness, who's at the front door of the station?
Darth Vader and Darth Sidious. Can I have the rest of these?
Yes.
Ah, wonder where they're going.
Brian Burns, we've actually run 5 trains on the layout at once. It was very hard, and they were actually pretty decent sized trains. But you need quite a few people in order to do that.
We have a good time running 3 trains, and that's any more than 3 trains with a actual train is a little bit tough on that train layout. I was saying I can't imagine what the wiring must look like underneath that layout.
It's actually pretty clean.
Yeah, it is. Runs off of 2 ZWs. The track does, and then another ZW is used for all of the switches and the accessories underneath there. Weatherman Harry's in the house. Good to see you, Weatherman Harry. Thanks for coming to the stream. We're on a little field trip here. We're not at our house. We're over at my mom and dad's house taking a look at the layout that we build in their basement. That we're hoping that one day our layout in our basement grows up to be the same thing.
Yes.
Now, see, here's another cool thing about the train layout is that there's 2 levels to the train layout. The bottom level is all operates larger trains. It has Gargrave's track, and it has Ross switches. And then the upper part, there's a mountain. And there's the upper part of the layout. They don't connect, but the upper part of the layout pays tribute to post-war Lionel track and our layout that we had before this. You can see the post-war operator up there, and that's all Super Row up on the top level there.
Human City Junction says I look like I missed something. This does not look like the normal layout. Yeah, we had Harry Potter come by. He just waved his wand a couple of times.
Our layout grew up last night, Human City Junction.
She hit puberty.
For you guys that are just coming into the stream, this is my, we've got my dad and my mom, and this is the basement of their house. The train layout we built there that we hope that one day our layout will grow up into. We've got him on the FaceTime phone.
Shen says, okay.
Ooh, that sounds like the Acela horn right there.
Yeah, probably going under the camera.
There's the Acela.
And Human City Junction, you cannot yell at me for fingers this time. 'Cause, you know.
Brian Burns says little elves came.
Yes.
Hey, Mom, you're getting some props from one of the people on the live stream here saying that you did a better job than McComas because you're given a better perspective. I hope that Dad's paying you well for this.
Austin and Black Production says I can't
Get my
run
own boxcar, probably, right?
Right. Yeah, Austin, sometimes we have days when we're running trains down here and it doesn't seem like we can run a train without it derailing or doing that too. Tim's comes over quite often and runs trains on our layout. We have a good time with Tim running trains on our layout.
Yeah,
Yes,
we do.
we do.
Tim loves running trains on our layout.
For those of you who don't know, Tim's TDF Lines. He's a good friend
Yes.
of ours who's on the stream right here.
Yeah, we know him through the Train Collectors Association.
So, question being, did Wally or Little George help with this layout?
Wally did. I wasn't alive when this layout was formed.
Yep. So
I've helped run it though.
Right. George is the chief operating officer
Yes.
of this train layout. Yeah, my mom, my dad, and I, with the help of a few others, built this train layout about 2002. 2001, 2002 is when we built this train layout. And what I'm going to ask you to do, Mom, in just a second, I know I've talked about on our layout how we want to go to from Yorkville through Chicago to New York City to New Jersey. If you look at this train layout, over on the right side of the layout, it starts in Chicago. And in the back, you can see the mural that goes across from Chicago. You can see the Chicago skyline there. And it goes across the United States. In the middle, you can kind of see, you got to use your imagination here a little bit. In the middle, you can see the rivers, the Mississippi rivers. And then it hits the Black Hills. And if you look real closely, you can see the Mount Rushmore in there. And finally getting to the Rocky Mountains. And we've got a Rocky Mountain scene on the layout that we put up there. There's a MD-80 from Midwest Airlines. That was an airline that my brother flew for. And if you see the other one, there's a DC-9 from
I don't know if you can see it.
No, you don't have to. I just was describing. There's a DC-9 and there's a Convair 580 that's also in there. So if you keep panning around, it goes from the Mississippi River through the mountains. And if you look closely, there's Godzilla in the background.
Some trains.
And it goes through the mountains and then finally coming out to the West Coast on the other side of the layout. So it's a journey from Chicago to the West Coast of the country, where we're going to do a journey from Chicago to the East Coast of the country. And my mom painted all of those murals up there on concrete, believe it or not. That's all done on concrete.
TDF Line says, fun fact, Grandpa George's layout took 6 weeks to build, if I'm correct, Train.
We did build it really quickly. It was a little bit longer than 6 weeks, about 6 months, Tim. 6 months, but we did. We got that thing up and going really quick.
For a convention.
Yep. New England Rail fan saying that he snapped his fingers and the layout came into existence. I think that's true. I think so.
Austin and Black Production says that this is the rocket launcher work. Yes, that is actually, when my cousin and I were little, we launched the rocket quite a bit.
In fact, all of the accessories that you see on the layout work.
Yes. And if they don't work, they're in the process of being fixed. TDF Line says, I got it half right, LOL.
Yes, you did. Shane's Train said, if you send me a Wally shirt, would you wear it? Absolutely, Shane's Trains. I'm a big fan of Wally. Asking, there's a question about whether Grandpa likes MTH, Williams, Weaver, Atlas, or K-Line. And
he's a Lionel guy.
Yep. Oh, there we go. We've got a... He loves Lionel. That's his first. And I would say his second, he likes K-Line and Williams. He's got a little bit of K-Line
and then Atlas.
And Williams, and then some Atlas. Doesn't have much MTH, and that's because the operating system doesn't work on the layout. He doesn't have the DCS worked on
All of
there
his
yet.
MTH is at our house currently.
Yeah. Daniel Fassbender's in the house. Good to see you here. Welcome from Detroit.
We love Detroit.
Yep.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers. Hopefully you're a Tiger fan.
We like to call the flower table Hawaii, right?
Yes. The flower table's Hawaii. So New England Rail fans think so. The people who have Godzilla on your layout, geez, Wally, I got a magazine. They had that same one. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
We started the Godzilla craze.
Yep.
Shane's train, is that HO on the second level? No, that is a post-war Lionel. This
It's Super-O. Super-O track.
Super-O track,
Yep.
yeah. Brian Bruce says, tell me the little elves you hired for this job. I could see their help for my PRR Buffalo Division themed layout.
Yeah. Hey, Barnful of Trains is in the house. Good to see you here, Barnful of Trains.
Want a field trip?
We're taking a little field trip here. I've got a FaceTime stream from my parents' basement, and this is the train layout that we've built in at their house.
I don't know what's going on back there, but I see the hand of God moving.
Yeah, well, it always seems like when you...
There it comes.
oh, there's the Acela. Something must have happened with the Acela.
That is a
Hand
finicky
of God.
train.
Hopefully it's not bad. I had a derailment. I didn't get to the stove. Haven't figured that out yet.
Oh dear, when you're showing off, that's when things don't go right. That's the rule, isn't it?
Yep, well, I can tell you what, it seems from our end that it's working pretty well, Mom. A lot of beautiful things to see.
Shane's train, so this is the layout you grew up on. No, this is the layout that my dad helped. Well, this is the layout I grew up on, yes. But the layout, this is the layout my second layout, or actually third layout, right? Third or fourth layout you've...
Third layout.
George, how do you turn on the little trolley there?
It's the, which one? The one on the top?
It's on the ZW on the right, and it's the left-hand inner... I think it's the left-hand inner dial on it. No, it's not inner. It's... And there's an L train in the that I think is going to run here real quick.
Oh, that's MTH too.
Oh yeah, right. That's MTH. Okay,
There's
there's
the
the trolley's going, but the L's not going.
It's okay. That one's kind of hard to run.
Yeah, it is. So, Grandma, I want you, if you could, can you go into the other room real quick and just do a quick glimpse around the room so everybody can see the display cases and
I have to tell you, this is where I'm making COVID-19 masks, so it's not very...
Well, then don't worry about it, Mom. We'll do that. We'll do that another time.
All right.
So Daniel Fassbender is saying that this layout's giving him a little motivation to get his 8 tables back together. That'd be cool. That's cool. That's one of the things that I really love about the live stream is that we're all promoting each other to go run some trains and get our layout done. In fact, George is looking at this as we speak thinking, oh, I want to do that.
So I found this picture at a flea market, and I thought, well, isn't that great? Should be down in the train room.
That is correct.
That's a beautiful picture.
And I don't want to swing this thing around in a big hurry, but I hope you saw the same cliffs on the western side of the layout. Now look at this. This is the county seat, the courthouse in Mason, Michigan. That's where I grew up. Now look here, going slowly so nobody gets seasick. There is the same courthouse,
Oh, I
correct?
didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah. Let's see, what else can I show you that is... George, help me out here. What else can I show?
You're doing a great job, Mom. Doing a great job. Why don't you show the L track if you can?
I don't know how to get that going.
You don't have to get back over there, but just show how it comes up behind the station.
Okay, see, oh yeah, there it is behind the station. And it runs across the layout and back. And over there, way in the back is Wrigley Field. So there's 2 stops. It's the brown line, right, George? There she goes.
Didn't they come out of the 4-car set?
Yeah.
Do we have all 4 cars?
Yeah.
And goes way over there to Wrigley Field.
Dropping off all the Cubs fans.
Which is on the other side of the Green Roof Football Stadium, where Michigan State is playing, I don't know, probably University of Michigan, and they're beating them badly.
By a lot, yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Let's see. Oh, hey, I missed in the stream. EOMRS is in the house. Good to see you. We're on a little field trip here, checking out we've got on FaceTime a camera over by my grandma and grandpa's, or George's grandma and grandpa's. My mom and dad are layout, and this is the layout that we built in their basement. Shane, you're asking if that bridge raises and lowers, and it does, as a matter of fact, raise and lower.
When this all, the whole C word pans out, we'll have to, we'll do a video.
We'll definitely do a stream from their house, that's for sure. Angel says the CTA runs 4 cars during non-rush hour times and 8 cars during rush hour. Yep.
This is super non-rush hour
Right.
times.
For my mitten buddy. Who's the guy from Detroit? My mitten buddy?
Yeah, my grandma's from Detroit.
No, Michigan.
Michigan, that's what I meant.
Close enough.
Mason, Michigan. Small little town close to East Lansing. Daniel Fassbender.
Daniel Fassbender.
Daniel.
Yep, he's from the D.
Alrighty, a fellow Michigan man.
All right.
Mitten man.
So that's the lift bridge there. How's it going with Grandpa? You still working on stuff, Mom?
I don't know what you're doing, Grandpa. Oh man, he wanted to show you how the doors opened and
Don't worry, we'll get there again. We'll get there again.
whoops.
Angel's asking where all the U of I stuff is at.
I think Godzilla might have some UI stuff right there in his hand.
Oh yeah. There's Mount Rushmore. I said Mount Mushmore.
Well, Grandpa said he just rear-ended a train.
Uh-oh.
There's Grandpa's collection over on the wall, part of it.
Yes. And then that's all the juicy boxes.
Oh yeah, there's plenty underneath the layout as well.
Oh yes, that is true.
And Cassie and our friend. This is the famous forest home of those giant spiders.
Yes.
Whoops! There's E.T. Who knew?
Angel's asking if the DC-9 is the same scale as the trains. I think it's pretty close.
What is back here?
Going on, F units. Love those bad boys.
Ooh. There's that tunnel. Oh. Who knew that this little guy was going to be the star of the show for a few minutes?
Yes.
Who knew? doesn't on the layout.
Yeah.
And did you hear about Uncle Bob's
Oh, Illinois
flight
Aviation.
school?
Yes, we talk about it all the time.
Got a lineup on that runway.
Yep.
Little do you know, he teaches some flight lessons in a stealth bomber, stealth fighter.
That's Sammy's plan.
How's it going, Grandpa? See, now this is supposed to be those rocks that were in that picture on the other side of the room.
Oh, yeah.
I remember collecting all of these red roof station things.
Platform.
Station platforms, yep.
Yeah, they came one by one for 3 or 4 years.
That
So
was
who
nice.
do we have over there, Grandpa?
Matthews, thanks for checking in here. Sorry you got to run. Hope you have a great day. Thanks for being part of the stream today.
New England Rail fan, that Milwaukee Road GP7 is nice. That is actually one of my grandpa's trains from his childhood.
Yes.
You want to see ordering number 1?
Yes. Everybody always asks about that, Grandpa.
Okay.
I'm working on it.
For a second. You gotta come up here.
Just a minute. Why did I get this? Oh, this summer I took pictures of the real guy
Oh, yeah.
airplane. It was so cool. I cannot tell you how cool that was. Seeing that steam come out of his stack, seeing all the people along the roadside and bridges, and even at the golf course, the golf carts were lined up watching that big old timey engine go by. Here it is.
Order number 1.
Right there. That's that's the first train from our collection. Or Grandpa's collection. That was the first train. Given to him by his mom so she didn't have to wind up
Wind up train.
Right, well, take a tour. What's up here?
Ordering number 2. Right here.
Well, so on and so on.
Okay. That's a bunch of pre-war stuff that's up there. Let's order at number 2.
There, look at that.
It's got some love in it.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's got a lot more miles on it than I do.
Fingers!
Fingers!
Hey,
Yeah.
we got a question for you, Dad. What year is that F3?
What year is that F3?
Yeah. Actually, I'm sorry. What year is the 1666? Your first train?
1946.
1946 is that one.
Yep. Here's right next to it here is the same thing, only from 1940.
Okay.
Here.
Okay.
Keep watching. This is like behind. I gotta keep.
What's that?
Here. This. Come up here, real slow. There. This right here is the same engine as this 1666, but that one's from 1940, before the war. 40 or 41. That's one of the last ones Lionel made before World War II.
That's cool.
Same engine as that one.
We've got someone on the stream here, Dad. Shane's train wants to know if it's applied for Social Security yet.
Oh yeah, it and I are both on Social Security.
So we got another guy who is New England Rail fan says, that he's got a steam turbine like the one you've got up there. His grandpa had one like that.
There were multiple.
Oh, that steam turbine is from when we were kids. That's your Uncle Bill's old steam turbine.
So we were in an airplane, flying high. You know, the rules are you gotta be at least a mile, 1,000 feet, I should say, above the ground at all times unless you're landing. So we were up there about 1,000 feet, circling around Big Boy, trying to get some cool shots. In the meantime, there like bees or flies or mosquitoes. There were little airplanes, well, same size as ours, flying around and around Big Boy as it was steaming down the track. It was the funniest sight. But they were all illegal. But it was fun.
Very cool, very cool. We got a couple people saying that they really like your layout. Ben's Trains.
Well, thanks, Ben.
No problem, Ben. We've been having a good time just taking a tour of the train layout here. You can catch up on the live stream later, the review of the live stream a little bit later.
Well, it's not making any speed records, Big Boy.
Wasn't made to.
I guess not. Just pull the load, huh, George?
That's right.
All right, Central PA rail fan in the house. We got a whistle for you. Sorry, we're doing a little field trip here. This is a train layout that's built in my mom and dad's basement that we built. We've been talking about so much, so we thought we'd take a little FaceTime field trip out there.
Virtual field trip. What's your favorite part of the layout, Pops?
Ooh, I love the station. The station.
Really?
Yep, I like the station. I like the L coming through the station. Ooh, look at that. That big boy is puffing steam.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Oh, golly.
Mom, why don't you follow the big boy there? You can see some of the stuff. You've got the control panel. That's the control panel for the layout on the top, the Super O layout. And you can see the station platforms with the old pre-war station there.
That's pre-war?
Yep. And you've got two ZWs that control it, and you can put in the control panel there. Those operate all the accessories on the layout. It's blocked. The layout is wired in blocks, and you can utilize the transformer for either block. We wired it up that way so that we wired it up before there was command control in existence. So that's why we wired it up that way. So, Mom, if you can stop right there and pan up to the collection that's on the wall there. Got a couple of people that might appreciate the history lesson on that. And there you see pretty much all of the 64 Lionel boxcars on top. There's a couple of pretty rare ones on there. In fact, the top row one in the middle is a 64 100 car, which is one of the hardest ones to come by. I believe that there's also a Sentinel car that's up there. If the Sentinel car is not up there in this one, it's on the other side. But representation of most of the 64 cars there, followed by the 2383 Santa Fe's with the presidential Speedliner cars. And underneath that is the 2373 Canadian Pacific F units, F3s, followed by the Canadian Pacific cars. And you've got the 3 dome cars. And I believe you got 3 dome cars, and in there, the display cabinet, you've got both the Blair Manor and the Craig Manor cars that went along with that set.
Yeah, the Manor cars are the ones right by the end, and one's one shelf below it.
And then we've got 2 GG1s there. Both, I believe the one on the right is a green 2340. The one on the left is a Tuscan solid stripe 2360. And that's
Oh, can't can't see them real
Okay,
well.
so they're both Tuscan 2360s. One's a solid stripe, and the other one's got the striping on there.
That's cool. Is
And
the
then-
solid stripe rare?
Rare-ish.
Yeah.
Actually, I think that the one with the Tuscan with the 5 stripes is a more rare than the. And then below that, you've got a couple of Bud cars, and I believe you've got the electronic turbine down there. I don't remember which one's down.
That's
No, that's the 1946 Berkshire with the Manhattan cars from 1947 or 48.
Ben, I'm sorry you got to run so quickly. Though there's a nice set of Madison cars behind it. Sorry you got to run, Ben. Good to be here. Thanks for operating with us. Brian is asking if the layout uses a 990 legacy base or the old TMCC base. George, you can answer that one.
It uses the old TMCC base, but hopefully in the future we can.
Talk Grandpa into moving up the light. He has
Yeah.
a 990 legacy. He's just scared. It operates really well with the TMCC, and most of the engines that he's got don't need the legacy.
Yeah, or the legacy.
So he hasn't upgraded to he hasn't had the desire to upgrade because it might affect the layout. Let's see here.
Want to walk in the other room, Wally?
Grandma said that might be. She's got a bunch of material and a little bit of a working area for her mask making, so maybe that might not be the greatest idea.
That'd be for the
We
DVD.
can cover up the lens for a minute.
I wanted to go down here a minute and show you the Hiawatha with the headdress,
Yeah, please.
the bonnet. This, of course, you know, is the Hiawatha. Less one car. That one is still in the box. It didn't quite fit in this display cabinet. I have to tell you about the display. What's in the display cabinet is a war bonnet that was worn by an actor that was in Elgin, Illinois' Song of Hiawatha. It was nationally renowned, some say world renowned, reenactment of the poem Hiawatha. And it was done in Elgin, which is a little, well, it was big at the time, a town that's about 10 miles from here. And everybody in the area participated in that pageant. And at one point in time, oh golly, what was the name of the? It was of course the good Indian Hiawatha and the bad Indian. I can't remember what his name is.
Not Nokomis, is it?
No, Nokomis was his mom's name. Daughter of the Moon, Nokomis. But anyway, at one point in time, the bad guy was in a fight with Hiawatha, and Hiawatha lunged at him, and he fell off a cliff into the waters of Ichigumi. And anyway, this was worn by one of the actors in that pageant. It was found, this display case, of course, Elgin, Illinois was very proud of that production. This display case was found in a grade school. They were remodeling the grade school. They had no use for the war bonnet or the display case, and they had it out to throw away in the garbage. A friend of mine saw it, knew that I was a fan of two things: Native American, all things Native American, and that my husband was a huge Hiawatha train fan. So from that, this came to our basement, and of course above that, you can see our layout. Thanks for listening.
Good stuff.
Thanks for saying that.
So New England Rail fans saying Hiawatha, nice. Pre-war Hiawatha, and that war bonnet of the Santa Fe got it from an Indian mask. Very nice, great condition. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. That is true. Santa Fe right there. Why didn't I ever think of that? Thank you. All right, you guys.
So I think is Grandpa there?
Yep,
Yes.
he's here.
All right, Grandpa. Do you want to anything you want to say or anything you want to show off before? Actually, we had a couple of requests. If it's working all right, to show the lift bridge.
Sure, I'll be happy to show you the lift bridge. Hang on just 1 second here. Come on, we'll have Grandma walk her way over there where you can see it. Maybe you can see it from here, but if you can't, we'll move it over closer.
Shall I get closer?
That's a good spot right there, Grandma. So as we're watching the lift bridge go up, New England Rail Fan Productions asking what's the story on the Santa Fe B unit there. That's a powered B unit that goes with the 2As that are on the train layout right now. You can put that on there for extra long trains.
How about the nuclear reactor? Can we see that? Now we have to see a rocket launch. Classic.
We'll
Right,
end on the
George?
rocket. We'll end on the rocket launch and welcome you back on the stream, Dad.
All
There's
right.
the reactor. You can't see it very much. Let me do a night scene, see how it comes out.
Oh yeah. Night scene's pretty beautiful.
You
Mom,
guys see that?
have to hit up on that mountain. The mountain's really beautiful in the night.
Go over to the village.
Hey George, good to see you in the stream. We're doing a quick little tour of the layout at my father's house, George's grandpa's house, on FaceTime. So that's what you're catching on the stream. Hopefully you're starting to feel better, George.
All right. Now down to the rocket launch.
On the Santa Fe B unit, that Santa Fe B unit is a Lionel.
Yes.
Howard. Alright, lights coming back on.
Thank you guys for letting me be a part of this.
Good stuff, Grandma. Anytime. Thanks for sharing.
Alrighty. The classic. George could spend more time with his cousin Sam doing this one, right, George?
Yeah.
Hey, welcome to the stream, Charles. Thanks for coming. We are touring it on FaceTime. The layout at George's grandma and grandpa's house in the basement. This is my mom and dad. We're just about ready to sign off, and we're going to get a rocket launch to sign off on that. That's a post-war rocket launcher right there. Post-war Lionel rocket launcher.
Don't tell Grandpa this, but when we were little, we used to launch the rocket and try and land it in the flat cars.
Isn't there a car that explodes?
Oh, George was working on that the other night.
Yeah.
Let me see. I gotta see if I can get the gantry to go back here for some reason. It doesn't wanna.
It gets caught on the
Yeah.
the rocket sometimes.
Yep. Does.
Hand to God.
All right, Charlie's Model Train's back. Good to see you, Charlie.
There we go. All right.
Excellent, excellent.
Now we have you want to see the countdown?
Move it more. More. Okay. Nope. Up. Up. More. or up right there.
Look over there for the smoke. Come on, baby. There we go.
Oh, all right.
That's how the railings get broken.
Oh, fantastic.
Right, here's Grandpa.
Well, hey, thank you, Grandma. Thanks for showing that, Grandpa.
Grandpa.
All
Look
right.
at the camera, Grandpa.
Thanks
Say
for showing it
goodbye.
off.
Okay, guys, now you know who you've been talking to all these years.
Right.
Hey, thanks for coming and visiting. Next time we come over here, we'll show you some more of the collection. You haven't seen the 90% of the collection, so hope you enjoyed operating things. We can operate some other things now that Wally's figured it out. If it doesn't disappear to Wally's house first.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah.
All right, Grandpa. Thanks a lot.
Signing off with an X.
Signing off.
Alrighty, we are back. So, well,
Hard to follow that up, huh, George?
oh yeah, got our nice Great Plains layout going on right now. Let's see. So, whoa. So yeah, we are currently, everybody, earlier was, Human Cities Junction says hashtag bring back George. Which George?
What you got, George?
Yeah, that's right. Our stream says, wow, look at all the building and accessories on our layout.
Oh, you're just rubbing it in.
We have a nice bridge that you guys have seen.
Now you're just rubbing it in.
Alrighty. Well, by request, we have Waldozer Productions' very first train.
That is my very first train.
And this is one of his favorites as well. So, can I do the unboxing? Do you want me to do
Absolutely,
it?
George.
Okay. The box is real nice. I love the different colors that they have on the pictures over here. And
I think this is circa about 1976.
yes.
I think I got it when I was about 3 or 4 years old. So
Here, we're gonna open it up, and there we go. So we have very nice Amtrak Alco. Would this be considered a PA?
I guess it's a
Some sort of
classic
Oh, shoot.
Lionel Elko.
So yeah,
Well played with.
it's real nice.
Why don't you put that on the track? We got a spot we can put it on.
No, but I can.
Here, just hand it off to me, and I'll
Anyways, then we've got the rare, super rare. This didn't come with the set, but my dad acquired it later. When did you get the B unit for it?
I don't remember. That one is a couple years later on that one.
This is actually pretty rare. Is that the Lakeshore Limited? I'm pretty
It
sure
is,
it is.
yes.
So here's the B unit.
This one didn't come with the set ours trains. It came separate sale.
Here's one of the passenger cars. I like these little plastic passenger cars. Nice. They're nice. They're pretty nice. I like them.
Oh, 27 passenger cars, yeah.
And here's the dome car that came with the set.
So what George Fernandez is saying, I have been indulging lately in some Markland Z scale. Whoa! I'd like to know if you and George got a chance to see the layout that I have under my name that I was finally be able to get up on YouTube. No, George, I didn't see that. That's pretty cool. We're gonna have to go check out those train layouts. And again, I'll use that as a pump. Everybody who's on here, please check out each other's channels. Subscribe to each other, support each other on your channels. Let's grow a fun little part of YouTube here in the hobby, and then we've got a nice little community of all us friends here that tune in for running train with friends.
Human City Junction says, how does Lil George know so much about trains? His knowledge is impressive. Well, I like trains, so... so here's another one of the...
Don't ask
cars.
him about his math, though, Human City Junction.
Well, my math's fine, but my reading... And then
Oh.
here's the observation car.
We'll talk about comprehension skills in a whole different conversation.
See the little Lionel logo? Yeah. And then just, did it come with the transformer, do you remember?
It did, George. It did. And I don't know where the transformer went. But it came with a little uncoupling track and then a transformer. And I don't know, the uncoupling track's probably gone too.
It's right here.
Oh, there it is. And then a little blue transformer that's probably somewhere. I think we used that for Christmas a couple of years ago.
I think it's at Brennan's house.
Oh, really?
I think you gave it to Brennan, yeah.
Uh-oh. Maybe we'll have to trade Brendan out for that.
Anyways, I'm sure he wouldn't mind that.
The only other one that I've got to trade him, though, is that I'm not sure if it's a time bomb or not. I was going to use this one for our switches, and it just kind of scared me.
Yeah. Anyhow.
Oh, look at that one. Some marks. Should be good for switches, right?
I mean, but I think that one's fine. The Lionel one.
Yeah, that Lionel one's like an $80 transformer. That one's, what, $5? Although, what are we going to do with it? All right, so good show.
Isn't it interesting how if it's something you're interested in your knowledge and understanding going up? Huh? You have to rephrase that again. Human City Junction. R. Shay says 1 + 1 = okay.
Oh, gosh.
I do too, lol. And all I got 4 passenger cars are 2 Polar Express cars and a Pensy Post Road 27 observation 16003, and looks like the it looks
cool.
like the Amtrak one. That's cool.
Very cool.
So
All right, let's put that box underneath here, George.
I
And
can take off the.
maybe we can
Burke.
start running trains.
I'll take off the Burke so you can put on the Amtrak train.
Tell you what, George, why don't you get on the stream and communicate and talk, and I'll do that.
So we out back. Is that an Amtrak PA unit? It's some sort of Alco.
Yes, to answer the question, yes.
So, also need a better angle. Okay, there you go. Yeah, my Electro can go pretty fast. Remember we ran this on my old layout, not pretty long time ago. But yeah, that's a pretty sweet engine. I liked it a lot. Has the big chin like the PAs. That is correct. George, make your dad wear that sweater every time you wear that hat. Yes.
That's George's baseball team.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a fan of this hat. Pretty nice. It's been in it's been pretty much everywhere. George, have you ever heard of the I Like Trains kid and those Polar Express cars are new Lionel 21-inch and for their size they're nice. Yeah, the 21-inch cars are pretty nice. Those are ones we kind of want to add, or that in the future we'll add to the collection, but currently we're trying to finish the layout. But yeah. Do you have the Berkshire to pull those? The scale Berkshire?
We've got a scale Berkshire. We don't have the 1225.
No. He's I'm asking him that.
Oh.
Let's see. Yeah, make sure to go check Sam's stream out, 5:30 Central Standard Time. So yeah. Well, looks like we got the Burke off, and Amtrak train is going up.
Look at that. They don't pay me enough to crawl around here, George.
We'll have to get another one of those lift bridges for the yard.
Yeah. All right, let's see here. Yard's looking pretty crowded with trains.
Did you know in Russia the most famous hockey team is named Lokomotiv?
I like that.
Yes.
I like that. I think if George had a name for a baseball team or a soccer team or a football team, he'd call it that. The Yorkville Locomotives.
Yeah. That's pretty pretty cool. Do you isn't there like another A unit that goes to the set?
I don't know.
Yeah, I was looking around on eBay a couple days ago and I saw one of those B units for like $70.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think this set only came with 3 cars. And I think the other one was an add-on at some time. I could be wrong on that, though.
But yeah. Is George's hat for ours trains?
Ooh!
We can go for that, yeah.
Getting some publicity there, R.
R says yes.
That's not working.
What happened? The coupler?
It's just the couplers aren't lining up real good.
Oh.
This one might.
I have to put one at the end.
Yep.
Hello, Train Storm. Welcome to the stream. New England Reference says, nope, too much money. I'll use the Lionel Line Chief one and the heavyweights. And get heavyweights. And I'll get 2 more to make 5 coaches, like shown in the movie. Yeah. Scalebreaker is nice, though. Yes, they are real nice. I'll tell you, though, I'm the only one here with my own merch line line for under 1K subs, lol. Yes.
Got the R's hat, the R's shirts. We're advertising R's trains today with our right here. Come and get it.
Yeah. George says we should find out exactly how many Georges we have on your stream.
Well, that's a good one. If your name is George, you got to check in.
Yes.
I think one day we had 4 Georges that were on at the same time.
That's a pretty amazing moment. Yeah, hope you guys are staying safe during this pandemic. Yes, we are. Make sure to GFW stay on home running trains. George, I like train kids says I like trains like you do. Look, I've seen him. I see it.
George loves that video.
Yeah. Like in 4th grade, that's all I could watch.
All right, now it's the day of reckoning here on this little alco. Ooh, she's trying. It's going backwards now.
Oh, it is. Oh, God. Well.
All right, we're gonna lube this one up.
Jimmy Coolback says your layout looks nice. I also run Lionel and Gogger. So really cool. What kind of switches do you use? We use Ross switches. We like them a lot. But yeah. Does anybody remember the excited train guy, NY or New York? I'm assuming that's what it stands
The
for.
excited train guy?
No, do not. That's true. I just don't have money for that. My lat is too small, anyways. Hold on. If I'm thinking of the same person, you said you had the 20. How do you run the 21-inch cars? With are those 21-inch cars just for static display then? One of the oldest railroad viral videos on YouTube. It's great. All right, we'll have to check it out.
Yeah. What's it called, George?
The excited train guy, NY or New York, I'm assuming. Yeah. So I've never seen it. Probably before I was got into YouTube. But yeah. Let's see. That horn gives me the chills, and the chills have nothing to do with how cold it is. So, got 20. Oh, that's stinky. You guys all came in at the wrong time. We had just taken a virtual field trip to a grandparents' layout. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's hard to come back to our layout after that one. It's like we were trying to convince people that the Elves came last night and turned our train layout into that train layout.
Yeah.
Let's see. Come on, baby.
What are the layout stats? What do you mean by that,
Order
Jamie?
dimensions, probably.
Oh,
It's a good question. I'll tell you in just a second.
we have the answer. I just don't know it off the top of our heads. Need some lube? Yeah, we just put some in. Train hasn't run in quite a long time though, so give it some leeway.
Oh, I don't have it right here what the stats are. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, we do not have the dimensions. Number of switches. Well, we have. Oh gosh, that's a good question. I can tell you in just a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So about 19 switches. Actually 20 switches for the final product. And that's just now, or like we haven't really we haven't finished the layout yet, so it's still a work in progress, if that makes sense.
George, why don't you grab that E60, see if that thing will work.
E60. Yes, I can grab the E60. Very cool. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do a little work on my first train. I'm actually even embarrassed that it was running so badly here. I probably have been neglecting it there too. Let's see here.
Lionel ever make the E60 pops?
Not to my knowledge.
The E60.
I don't think Lionel ever made an E60. Welcome everybody who's just tuning into the live stream here. Good to see you. Hope everybody's staying safe, running trains. Just out of curiosity, the people that are in the stream right now, check in, let us know, or let George and I know, and we've asked this before, but what gauge trains that you like to run? What's your gauge of choice?
What number of train was this for you?
That's got to be about 3 or so, number 3. That one was a relatively early train in the collection.
Really?
Yes. Well, hopefully this one will run a little bit better. Why don't you show everybody what it is?
The E60.
That's a Williams E60, probably circa about, I want to say about 1978.
It's an early Williams, though.
Yes. Yes. I saw one at a train show recently, and I was thinking about buying it just simply so I can get the hardware to replace that this one has. It's broken. Come on, baby! Not running. Yeah, some of these ones that we haven't had out for a long time, they need some lubrication, that's for sure. That's for sure.
I'm going to lube it.
Yeah, maybe that'll work, George.
What was number 2 for you? Do you remember?
I don't remember, George. My brother and I got a lot of trains earlier when we were younger, and I don't remember exactly. All right, so sorry guys, I'm lost in the stream here.
Any trains you don't have anymore?
I don't think so. We've got one that we got that was called the Wabash Cannonball, and we ran that one a lot, and that was a funny one because anytime we ran it, George, the front of the boiler would fly off.
What?
Yep. If you ran it fast enough, the front of the boiler would come off of that one.
Like this part?
What's that?
This part of the boiler?
Yep. Just come flying off on that one.
That's funny.
Sit up here. All right. New England rail fan, I hope that you do inherit your grandpa's train. Sounds like he's got some neat ones.
That's gonna be a huge debate.
I didn't. How close is this to to R's trains? It's got to be pretty close. And if that's the case, GFW Trains is a big fan of the R's Trains clothing line. In fact, he never goes a day without wearing his R's Train hat. All right, Jamie's got modern O gauge. That's cool. That's cool. I like that. He has a yard with 12 sidings. That's pretty cool. I bet that's a great layout to operate on, Jamie. 12 sidings on that layout. Wow, pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm going to come back here and read this a little bit here.
All right, let's see if this will work.
Hey, Mama. Your mom's checking in from upstairs.
Oh, hi, Madre. See if this will work now.
All right, we got some lubrication on that Williams there.
E60. Oh.
You had a burst there for a second.
Oh, it's backwards. That's why.
Human City Junction says he models an N scale, George, but he can't see it anymore. Farm Full of Trains says he mostly collects HO, but I really like my ON30 the best. Let's see. Mom was asking, everything went well. It was a really cool stream over there at Grandma and Grandpa's house. The only downside is I don't know if he's been able to pop back on our live stream coming over here after he's done, but it was a really nice field trip over there by their house. New England Railfan Production says his grandpa's got a 4449 Williams like George's 4449. That's cool. That's a nice one there. Let's see here, Charlie's Model Trains. Here, Jamie Coolboss says it'll be cool once it's running. I want to finish up the transition to the upper level before I start running. Well, this is a layout here that's gonna have 2 levels. You can see the ramp going up to the 2nd level here behind me, over here. We just haven't gotten on that 2nd level yet. So my first 2 trains, my 2 Amtraks, my E60 and my Alcos, they're failing miserably right now. Not going around the track. Actually, one's going around the track, but it's being helped with some alternative power. Just let it go around by itself. It's grinding coffee in there, George.
Yes.
All right. George Fernandez saying if you're asking how many different scales, George Fernandez says O, H, O, N, and now Z scale. That Z scale's got to be pretty small, George.
Yeah. Like.
Pete N, welcome to the stream. I think this is the first time you've checked in, so thanks for being here. Says I've got layout is looking great. I've got a space that's 24 by 27 that's waiting to fill with an O gauge collection. That's a nice space. That is definitely a good spot to fill up.
What's your grade to the upper level?
I think that I've got it so it's 3 feet to 1 inch. So every 3 feet of track is 1 inch of rise. Is what we've got on that.
I think I can.
Is that a P30CH or a Pooch, George?
No, it's.
Or which one?
Wait, what about the P30, the Pooch? No, we don't have a Pooch, but we do have.
I know we're not getting
E60.
We're not getting good reviews on the Amtrak E60 or the Alco.
Luckily it's not on Yelp though. So. Lakeshore Limited was delayed. The cars, they're off the track. Luckily, it's not going to Michigan.
Human City Junction saying that his dad has Z-scale, but it's so small he can't find it anymore. All right, Grandpa's back with us. Good show. Good
Hello,
show. Hey,
Grandpa.
Grandpa, thanks for having us over by your house. That worked out pretty good. I was surprised how after we did a run last night to try and make sure that it all worked, and I didn't think it was going to work as smoothly as it did, and it sure did work nice. Pete N saying that he's going to model the New Haven Railroad through the Connecticut shoreline. Well, that will be a cool railroad. And that space with that area.
I get an idea.
That thing is still chugging along.
Oh, got the push to pass going on right now.
What you got? Oh, got the whistle button with some extra juice out there, getting that coffee grinder that makes that E60 go. It's coming. It's coming. Although, is it about to hit the rear end of the train?
No.
Okay, good, good. All right.
Are you? Oh no! Are you going for the slowest train record? No, we're going for the.
Trying to get my old childhood trains working here. Sparky, good to see you here. Thanks for joining us in the stream. Hopefully you were here a little bit earlier when we were over by doing a little field trip on the stream by my mom and dad's house. Had some neat, already got an opportunity to see the layout over there, and it's cool and that we got to see it, but bad in that it made George and I miss being over there and operating at his house. Huh, George?
Yeah.
If you ever sneeze on a Z-scale, it'll derail.
I bet.
Ours Train says, does that E60 have a working horn?
No.
It doesn't. Right now, oh, it's starting to lube up. Look at this. It's moving.
That's just where the power is.
Come on. Come on. Come on, baby. Let's get that other one running here while we're at it, George.
Okay.
No, you can get that one. Keep that one going. Let's.
No, 24. I run it slow. Because those cars are just
Which ones come off?
like all of them.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Where
Run
they?
it a little bit faster.
What? Will they come off on the switches?
Yeah, the double crossover.
Stinky. We have to work on that.
But it's over here.
Charlie, it's getting there. It's getting there. Come on, baby. It's grinding coffee with it. We got this one going though.
Our friends, do we have any P42s or similar logos? We have 3 P42s.
I don't even know what P42 is.
Genesis?
Oh yeah, yeah. We do.
True
and we-
fact, my grandfather is a Lionel New Haven EP5. Jet well is broken. Pilot GG1. That's cool.
Oh, no kidding. That's a neat engine right there. That
It's got a couple of
New Haven 2350. Good stuff. Good stuff. That's one of my favorite ones. Oh yeah, Charlie, that is a nice horn. Not to be confused on the horn of that E60, which is. Let me see if I can get that little bit of extra juice on that thing going.
I'm gonna try and put a little bit more lubricant.
Nah, let's just take that one off, George. I think that we're gonna have to do some work on that one and see if we can get that going for
One
a
of the
stream on a later
traction
date.
tires is coming off.
It's got traction tires? Whoa. I didn't realize it's had traction tires.
Probably dry rotted.
Oh, I'm sure that they are.
And working pentagram. How excited were you when you got this engine, Pops?
Yeah. Yeah. George, make sure that when you've got it sitting there, that with the lubricant on there, it doesn't get on the. Oh no worries. So welcome everybody. Welcome to our live stream. Hope you're having fun today. We're sure having fun.
You can tell this came from the Werder family just because of the pillowcase.
Yeah,
Very
right.
festive.
Right. Very festive on that case. Remember, you got to show everybody
Hey,
that,
the
George.
horn! I found the horn!
George is over here off the screen, looking through the
I
bag.
found the horn at the end.
It was in the bottom of the. Show him the pillowcase, George. Actually, there's a good story behind that.
Really?
Yeah, that was Grandpa went out and responding to an ad that he had put in the paper looking for Lionel trains, and the person who there was a person that called him saying that he had a 1950 Hudson, and the 1950 Hudson was wrapped up in that Irish linen when he brought it over to our house. So there's a good story behind that Irish linen.
Yes. Well,
All right.
can I run the mono?
Sure.
The E60 need to work.
All right. So, doing the rail fan. The horn is. I'm not sure what the horn is. It's the stock horn that's on that Norfolk and Western fantasy unit up there in the front. let's see. Brian Burns is back. All right, welcome back, Brian. Thanks for joining us here in the stream. Good to see you. It's 4:50. We're getting close towards the end of the stream. When we're gonna probably wind the stream down about 5 o'clock, 10 after 5, somewhere in there, depending on how much fun we're having. And then we're gonna switch over. If he's still here, he's probably not still here because he's getting ready for the live stream in his. But gosh, I forget his name. But Texas Sam from Texas, what is it? Texas Trainmaster is having a live stream after this. I don't know if he did. I hope that he did. But I told him to put a link down below for his live stream to go right there after this one. So if you're ready to, not done talking trains, pop on over there to Texas Trainmaster. We'll be over there by him. So Trainstorm's asking if these are Lionel locomotives. Yes, these are both Lionel locomotives here. George is in the other room. He's just going to town, pulling out some of my old trains from the back. I think what we're going to do is we're going to learn on today, and probably have to run them before we pull them out and get them operated. Pete N. asking, you guys have been doing a fantastic job with your layout visits. I appreciate what people are doing with 3-rail modeling. That's cool. Well, you know, one of the things that was kind of neat, Pete, was I didn't know if I was going to be able to do that with my mom and dad, and maybe we can start doing that with some of the other people that come on the stream here. All I did was use a FaceTime on an iPhone. If we can utilize that with some other people, maybe we can go on some layout tours of different people on the stream. Wouldn't that be fun, George?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be fun. We can bring them on here and pop in their layout. And they can show us around the layout. Mm-hmm. So. Speaking of Rail Fan says that the that poor E60 lost its horn. Yeah,
this guy too.
I have to tell you what, that E60 is it's rough engine, but it's well loved. It's one that I certainly really loved throughout my life. It's been one of my favorites. So while it looks rough, it's only because it's been well loved. Obviously, I appreciate trains, and I don't want to mess them up. And I knew that at a young age. But even when you were 4, 5, 6 years old and trying to keep a train in good shape, sometimes they get rough. So ours train's got to go. Good to see you here, R. Thanks for swinging by. If you haven't checked out ours channel, check out his channel. We got some really cool people here with some really cool YouTube channels, so check them out. They did away with the 3 dots and allow you to go right to somebody's YouTube channel, which is kind of a shame. But if anybody wants to put their YouTube channel down below in the description or in the comments, put a link to your YouTube channel, and I would encourage everybody to check out those links and then go to those YouTube channels and support each other in the community. And subscribe to the channels. There's some really neat YouTube channels that we've got on here. Spent all morning today downloading videos from the hashtag GFW Stay at Home Run Trains, and I was completely impressed by the layouts that everybody had on there. It's going to be hard for me to put them all together in a way that does justice to everything. Sparky got his Helix finished today.
Oh.
Yeah. We're going to have to pop by Sparky's channel and check out that Helix as soon as you get some finished videos of that. It's been fun following along on your channel to see the Helix as you progress through that. So Keegan Headley's here. Keegan, good to see you. We were talking about you earlier. Thanks for joining the stream. Get your horn. Everybody joins the stream. It's whoop.
Oh, you turned the power or the sound off.
Oh, I did. I'm going to turn that sound up. Yeah. That's all right. Sparky will get you a horn here, too. Yeah, well, you know, finding a spot to hang those cup holders like this, that's probably going to be one of the most important decisions on what you do with the layout. Yesterday, I was drinking iced tea, and today I'm drinking coffee because it's about 39 degrees outside here in Chicago. You don't like the weather in Chicago, stick around. It'll change. What's that? right, that's fine. Just let it run. Let's see here.
Put it in the cup holder.
Oh, Spark, you got a 3-minute video of the Helix. That's good. We'll have to check that out. New England Rail Fan says I've got a lot of classic Lionel boxcars. Cool, very cool. Do you have any videos of it up on your channel, New England Rail Fan? You can pump. I'd love to check those out. See that there. Charlie's Model Train says I might make one more of the GF home. So, if you do, let me know because I've already downloaded all of the videos for the movie already. I did that today, so most of those videos are for the compilation are already downloaded. That said, that doesn't mean that you can't download a video and put the hashtag GFW Stay at Home Running Trains. If you do that, one of the neat things about it is that all you have to do is go to the hashtag and click on the hashtag on any of the layouts videos that have been posted, and the hashtag will take you to a list of everybody who's posted videos, and you can see not only the videos, but you can see their YouTube channels, which is a really, really neat thing. John2618 saying, cup holder is full, I see.
Yes.
Right. You got to have a full cup holder full outlook on life. All right, Texas Train Master checking in. Good. We just talked about your live stream. Good to see you here. Pete N says it's all about the cup holders and the reclining chairs.
Brian says, what is more important? The track plan is very important. But no, where the cup holders are is...
Absolutely. How you accessorize your layout with cup holders, this might be one of the most important accessories that you can possibly put on your layout. Yeah. So the cup holders, and a good cup holder strategy is definitely good. George is rolling through the TIU and we're having troubles here. That's one of the, again, always one of the problems with all of this technology, and why my dad on his layout, when we went to go visit his layout, doesn't want to upgrade from the TMCC. The TMCC on his layout works flawlessly. That's all he needs. Where we've got all of the electronics you could want on this, and it never seems to work when you need it. So that's what's going on right now. All right, so Pete N, it's raining and blowing in the 50s here today. It's nasty. It's nasty here too.
Can we do a Q&A one of these days? Yeah, then we might be able to do that. Just to get a video out there, maybe. Cup holders are great. And the top part goes bigger for the bigger cans.
Oh yeah, right. It kind of comes out here like this. Yep. Warm cup of Joe is great in the cold. Absolutely. Although down there in Florida, it's probably something that you don't really get to have as much as you did back in the old Somerset days, huh, John?
We're ready. Tell them to close that out.
Great Lakes Central Railroad. I live trains. That's Keegan, right?
Yes.
All right, Keegan. Good checking back in. Yeah, we'll have to do a Q&A one day. That'd be fun to do. New England Rail Fan Productions says, I'll put a hashtag GFW Stay Home Running Trains in my next live stream. I've got to find a way to live stream, and I'll be back. All right, sounds good. There's lots of good videos out there on YouTube that explain it. George and I had no idea about how to do a live stream before we started this up. So
George can't go to York. It's virtual this year.
Right, that's true. Buy him a virtual train.
Yeah, on trains.
Yeah, we got me get George a virtual train. New England Rail Fan, be right back. All right, we'll see you. Hopefully we'll still be on when you come back. It's about 5 o'clock here, and I think we're going to wind down at about 5:10, 5:15, somewhere in there, and then Texas Train Master is going to be winding up his live stream too. So, yeah.
Man, one of these days I'm going to end up doing something.
George, you frustrated right now?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, George, here's what you need to do. Just shut everything down, start it back up, and then just operate the Lionel, and we'll roll it out that way. And then we'll work on the trains. As soon as we're done here, we'll work on some trains.
Get me a day to check that out.
And we'll watch Texas Train Masters live stream on the television over here.
Alrighty.
And we can do that. Hey, Grandma Nita's in the house. Thanks for having us over by your house, Grandma Nita. It's good to see. George Fernandez, Big George, keep in mind that all my trains in all of those scales, with the exception of Z, are the Florida East Coast. I'm also working with the Seaboard Airline and the Atlantic Coast Line and Southern Railway. You're a true Southern Railway fan. All of the railways, all of the classics of the South. Let's see here. Charlie's Model Train says, last night I was very happy because I was looking around on Train World's website and I found out Lionel's coming out with an Erie Lackawanna Freight Sounds boxcar. That sounds cool. That sounds cool. Pete N got a lot of locomotives from the 50s, 60s, and brand new in boxes from the 70s and 80s and 90s. You have to catch up with your contemporary gears. Sounds like you got some pretty amazing stuff right there, Pete N. That's quite the collection from all of those eras. All right. Brian Bird saying, George, you will be easy to find at York if you go, because you'll be one of the only younger people there.
Yeah.
George has been going to TCA meets his whole life, and yep, he's known for being the young guy at the TCA meets. But he oftentimes is able to go toe to toe with all of the people at the TCA meets with his knowledge of trains, right, George?
That's right.
Ryan, have you ever been to York? George is always on my case to try and get him to go to York because he wants to go really badly. But as you know, if you've been to York, unless you go with a wad of cash in your pocket, it's not fun at all because it's like going to a steak restaurant, being able to smell the steak but not eat any. So I've never been able to take George out to York. How old is George? George?
14.
George is 14.
Turning 15 in like a couple of days.
Ryan Burns is 14 as well.
That's cool.
Right on. Jamie Coolbaugh saying that he's in the Northeast, so he runs a lot of Conrail, chassis CXX, and Norfolk and Southern, but also have a soft spot for Burlington Northern. Well, I always kind of knew the Burlington Northern. It wasn't one of my favorites growing up, but one of the cool things is the old Burlington Route, and thus the Burlington Northern, and now the BNSF, their main line runs right through the town where we live, right here in Yorkville. Angel's asking when your birthday, George.
May 15th. So, like a month from now.
New England Rail fan's puffing his chest a little bit, saying he's 15 already, George.
Cool.
You're working on getting that driver's license, New England Rail fan production? I think that's one of the biggest fears of George right now, is that he was all set to start driver's education here pretty soon, and he might have to wait a little while longer to start working on his driver's license.
Wally used to go to York with me starting in 1978 when he was 5. I used to send him on our I used to send him out like a hunting dog to find trains when he was 10.
Yeah, I'd always see if I could find some good trains for my dad. We'd have a good time going to trains. Or going to train shows. Bring the Rail Fan Productions checking in with George. He's saying that driving a car ain't like driving a train. We were talking about that. George is going to be trying to drive his car around like he's driving a cab forward, driving around backwards all over the place. Oh, gosh. For those of you that don't know, so George is looking over here because right over here on the other side of this, we've got the stream coming on the computer coming up over here, so we can read what's coming up on the live stream.
I respectfully decline that arm wrestle because I'd probably lose.
Who wants to arm wrestle with you?
Angel.
Oh.
For the cab forward.
I don't know, man. Look at these guns.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, gosh. So, New England Rail Fan says that I model Chester, Massachusetts. Where's Chester, Massachusetts by New England Rail Fan Productions? That's no wonder you got that New Haven stuff. That's a pretty cool spot, right? If I remember correctly. And the good old Boston and Albany. All right. What do you want to do? Another 5-10 minutes? What do you think, George?
Sure.
We'll do about 5 minutes. I always hate to go because we got a lot of people on the stream and we're got a real good conversation going here. Is that too far? Like, George, just tell me, is that too far away for you to see up there?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna have to switch that up so you can see that rather than maybe we'll move our where we're at over here so that you can see see this, so it looks like you're looking at the camera better. I'm working on it.
All right.
So Brian says he clearly play baseball. Yep, for sure.
Yeah.
Brian says here's a tip, George. If you need to go to the bathroom, there's do it 5 minutes beforehand because the old people can take over at the bathroom. That is a pro tip right
Probably
there.
have like a couple of layups going in the bathroom.
Right. Pete N said he got his dad's stuff when he passed. That's what got him started. I'd like to go to I'd go to train shows when I first started working and buying all that I could afford, and then I put it aside for a few years, and now you're back. That's good, Pete. What got you back into the trains again? I always am curious about that. When my dad had trains growing up, and he never really got out of it, but when my brother and I got old enough to start getting into trains, that's what got him back into trains. What got you into it again?
Dave says last time I was at a York meet, I was around George's age. I'm now 50. Oh wow.
Oh wow! All right.
Looks great.
That's
Nothing
cool,
better than
Dave.
a father and son sharing this hobby.
Well, we like that. We like that.
Well, Grandpa too. Grandpa.
Oh yeah, you got a grandfather, father, and son there on it. So we love it, don't we, George? We for good and for bad, we the bad part about this is we haven't been had a chance once we got the layout up and running to work on it much during the stay at home here. But the good is we've expanded our friendship circles here on the with the live stream, sharing the live stream with people every day.
Another thing, so you guys like to know what pushes my buttons. The big boy.
He likes to go, but the things that gets George riled up. The big boy and missing seeing the big boy when it came to town.
Fingers.
Fingers. He doesn't like being yelled at for touching.
Asking what my favorite railroad is. And then there's
that one's unfair, man.
That's true. That one is just like, I don't know. That one's kind of a funny push.
Yeah.
Then there's one more, but I kind of forgot. It's like somebody asked me.
I know what it is.
What?
Fastest steam locomotive.
And then York. York. That's another one. York.
Right.
Don't bring up York.
Oh gosh. Brian says he only skipped school when he went to York. Me too. It's fun to go to York. We got some super sweet trains out there at York. That's for sure.
I'm sure we can get some super sweet trains when we go in the future too.
Save up. George is not a saver.
Well, spend my money on trains.
I know you spend your money on trains, but he doesn't save up. As soon as he gets enough money gets enough money in his wallet, then it's like, oh, I'm gonna buy something right now.
Well,
Get it right now.
cool.
I get it. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. But show me your last purchase, George. Went to the train show right before the stay at home, and George was able to get this engine, saving up his money and able to spend it on that. What is that, George?
It's a Burlington SC70 Fantasy Heritage unit. Pretty cool.
So tell him the story about that one, George.
Hold on. Let me put it back. So, we were at the train show and we were walking around. So we were at the train show walking around, and we'd come across this table that had some really, really nice stuff. He had this Burlington SC70 there. It was legacy. And he had the price of, I think, $300 on it, right? And
Which is a good deal.
That's
in and
a
of
real
itself.
good deal in of itself. But we didn't have any money, or like not money, but cash. But we had a check, And we went up to him and said, "Hey, would you take $250?" And he said, "Yeah." And we said, "Would check be okay?" And he said, "No." And I said, "Let me go talk to my dad." So when I went to talk to my dad, I had $100, and then he had $100. Oh, he had 125. So I went up to him later and said, "Would you like take the 120 or 225 for it?" And he said, "Yeah, sure." So yeah, pretty cool. Go to York when you are young. You will get killer deals.
Oh yeah, George gets a lot of killer deals. Hey, R's back. Oh, good. Hey, 23 people here, George. Good to see. Good to see.
Yeah, man. You got saved this year.
For York,
Yeah.
I did get saved. Every year I'm like, oh, maybe we'll go next year. Oh, maybe we'll go next year. Well, hopefully we'll be able to save some money over the next year. I'm a little bit worried about what things are going to look like for the next year. But maybe we can get things all together. And,
Grandpa, can you take me to York?
Yeah, we're having a good time here. That's why the stream is still going. Actually, on that note, maybe a couple 3 minutes here. We'll shut the stream down at 5:15, guys, and we'll go off to Happy Trails. In fact, Happy Trails right on down to Texas. Texas Trainmaster is having a live stream right after this one. So Texas Trainmaster, put your link down below, and if you want to continue talking trains, head on over to his place for the chat. So, and for those of you that are our usuals here, no. George, you want to fill them in what's going on tomorrow?
No stream tomorrow, but we will be back Wednesday. Tomorrow I have school, so kind of just want to get into that, and then we'll stream Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday until further notice. So
We'll do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at our usual time, 3 o'clock, right? 3 o'clock Central?
yes, 3 o'clock Central.
Right on. Maybe we'll do some work on it and get it nicer than Grandma and Grandpa's layout, the layout in the meantime.
Yeah. Maybe the lap will grow up.
So Brian, before we go, you're going to have to tell me what the better deal game is between two people. I always like the wheeling dealing part of it is really good. And George, let me tell you, George is a killer at the wheeling deal. He's very good at it.
That's why you should bring me to York. Sorry.
Well, Grandpa says maybe in October. Maybe you and Grandpa can go out to York together. If I can't make it out there. I don't know. We'll see what it gives for me, but maybe you and Grandpa can go out there.
That'd be cool. We can fill up the RV with trains, Grandpa. Sounds like a good idea.
Brian says he's been watching this in doing school. Cool. Right on. George is getting tired. At least he's not Irish Train said here's the deal. I got my Steeboard 6250 switcher for free. That's a good deal. How'd you think I just swing that one, R? Brian says he bought a Legacy ES44 for $100. Runs like a dream. That's a whale of a deal right there.
Yeah, York.
All right, Pete N saying time to cook dinner. Great to meet you guys. Good to see you here, Pete N. Thanks for coming in and talking trains with us. In fact, on that note, we'll probably have to start buttoning up things here. Let's see here. So New England, Charlie's Model Train saying, hey, I need to start going to train shows. Absolutely. So New England Rail Fan Production says, I see you on Wednesday. Check out my live stream after yours. Okay, guys? Sounds good. It's going to be the same day as yours at 4 p.m. Eastern where I live. That sounds good. We usually get done here between 5 and 5:15, which I think is about 5 p.m. Eastern. So that'll work out. So ours trains talking about how we got that 6250. All right. Well, you know what? Let's start talking about the Happy Trails. Oh, I'm turning into my dad. My dad just.
You want to start singing some other stuff too?
My dad always busts out into show tunes, and it makes all of my siblings and I laugh. So, oh gosh. Oh gosh. Yep. All right, everybody. George, why don't you take us out of here?
Bye. I almost said below.
Below.
Below. Bye, guys.
Thanks for joining us on the stream.
See you
Run
Wednesday,
trains.
3 o'clock Eastern time.
Run trains. Be safe.
That's right. See you guys.